Hey, my wet enthusiasts. Who isn't enthusiastic about wetness? Got some Journey stuck in my head. Not such a bad thing. My oldest is watching videos on YouTube, and I have him on my one account that I have like the restrictions on, so he can't get into anything too crazy by accident. Plus we keep an eye on what he's watching. Anyway, I won't say the name of the YouTuber, but he watches this family that builds train tracks and stuff all around their house. It's a mom and dad and their little boy, but they never show their faces. They only show the toys and what they're doing with them. It's a good idea. I thought it was cute. My husband made a few good points about that though. It's like, these parents are like using their kid, and in like that time, you know, that special playtime that you have with your kids, and they're kind of exploiting it by filming it and making money off of it. But on the other hand, they're getting paid to play with their kids. So I mean, are they that much? Is it that bad of a thing to do? It's actually a good idea, but I can see where he's coming from at the same time. It is like you're kind of exploiting your child. But then, I mean, if you're not even showing their face, I don't know. It's such a weird gray area. And we've never had to deal with this type of situation before the internet, right? Before things like YouTube came out. I don't know, I think part of me is probably just jealous that they thought of that idea before me. Cleaning glasses is such a pain in the ass. Tried contacts. I could feel them in my eyeballs. No, doesn't do it for me. Get that the fuck out. Ooh, I watched, there's a new Netflix stand-up special by Iliza. I'm gonna fuck her last name up. Schlesinger? I don't fucking know. I've seen her before, really liked her, so I watched it. And it was actually really, really good. It's called Millennial. And I felt much in the same boat as her. She's only a few years older than me. I was born in '85 and she was 83 or 82. So I felt the same way. It's like I'm on the cusp of a millennial, not quite a Generation X, which, you know, when I was a kid, like, that was the generation above me. That's who we looked up to. Those were the cool teenagers who we wanted to be like and emulate. And, you know, how they had all the cool clothes to wear in the 80s. Cool clothes. Yeah, I don't know. And then the whole millennials, I feel like it's just a whole bunch of hipsters and sensitive. Just everybody's super oversensitive and soft is what I mean. And I don't know. I don't want to be classed as a millennial, but I guess based on my birthday, I am. Elder Millennial is the name of her special. It was actually pretty good. I really liked it. She was very, like, PC. She has to be. It seems like she's just trying to make sure she doesn't offend anybody, and while a lot of her material was a bit funny and like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that, she still kind of stays within safe boundaries, I think. It was very like woman supportive and like, sure, I'm a feminist at heart because, yeah, I'm a woman. I want to be treated with respect and dignity. So, yeah, it makes me a feminist. But I don't think I need to, like, overpower myself above men to make myself feel better. And I kind of got that vibe. That's not 100% fair to say. But I don't know. I kind of got the vibe like, if you're a woman, you're beautiful and you can do anything. It's like, oh, the message has been fucking hammered into our heads enough. We know, we're good. No one else is fucking questioning that, are they? But yeah, she was good. I especially liked her one bit about if a man was a lion and he did the hunting, and if she was going after a woman who's a gazelle. It's like, it's gonna go after the one who has all her shit together and it's like running full speed and it's like, you know, doing really good in life, or is it gonna go to the one with like a gimp foot and doesn't know dick all about life? That was probably one of my favorite bits. Definitely worth the watch. I think maybe part of me just doesn't fit into the whole PC safe space world. I like things that are shocking. I like things that are offensive. I like to be challenged and I like people to try to offend me and watch me laugh in their face and me just fucking blow it right back at them. I like that type of thing. Feels like there's a bit of a pushback against that world. You know what I think the biggest issue is though? For all of these like trigger words and shit that you have to tiptoe around and you can't say certain trigger words, that's just annoying to me because any word can be a trigger word for someone. What are we gonna do? Police every single word that people say? that's just not, that's not free speech, and that's not a world I want to live in and be a part of. That's scary, and we've seen too many, you know, 1984 renditions of that Big Brother watching you, controlling you bullshit. I mean, it happens all the time right now anyway. Big Brother's watching. Hi, NSA. I wonder if you work at the NSA and you have to, like, monitor people's videos and pictures and all that shit. Like, how many dick pics you would see, and how many nasty, like, scropes and nasses and shit that your eyes would go numb to eventually. I wonder if it would be a similar effect to, like, somebody who works doing film and porn. Eventually you becomes, like, desensitized to it, right? So I wonder if an NSA agent, National Security Agency, yeah, I think that's it. I wonder if one of those people who see that shit all the time are as desensitized as, like, a pornographer would be. Because there's so many dicks online. And of course, we're watching all my regular podcasts. This past weekend with Theo Vaughn, he had Bobby Lee on recently. So funny. Bobby was also on the Church of What's Happening Now with Joey Diaz. I didn't know that the Comedy Store in LA, I think it is. I think that's where they are in LA. Didn't know it was haunted. Woo. Actually, I do have quite a few ghost stories. I've seen a ghost in the, I was gonna say as in the flesh. No. I saw him in front of me one time when I was like 12-ish. I've heard ghosts, felt ghosts, smelt them, just haven't tasted any. No one slipped in my mouth when I was sleeping that I know of. Speaking of that, I just thought about how Joey Diaz on that interview with, I think it was Bobby, he was talking about how there's, back in the day, there was one woman he was sleeping with, and he was there at like midnight or something and left and went home. And then he talked to her the next day, and she thought he was there again at 4 in the morning because she had sex with him at 4 in the morning. He said, no, that wasn't me. So she didn't even know who she had sex with. Could you imagine? I'm sure some of you are probably like, yeah, been there. No, we're not shitting on hell. We've all had some crazy adventures, right? But I just couldn't imagine not knowing who was inside me. That's insane. I would feel really fucked up. That'd be so fucked up. But just to think it was one person and then find out it was someone else, like, wow. That's why I was surprised in Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, so spoiler alert, but this movie's like super old, so too fucking bad. So Lewis goes after Betty Childs. And she's like this preppy, bitchy, blonde sorority cheerleader bitch, and he's a nerd. And like, so he keeps hitting on her, and she's just being a bitch to him the whole movie. There's this fair going on, and Lewis sees Betty have a fight with her boyfriend, and she wants to go fuck him, and he's like, Betty, you're like a goat. Which, side note, my fucking husband, the man I chose to marry, uses that line on me. He's like, Katie, you're like a goat. Because he fucking loves me. No, because we could joke about shit like that with each other, okay? It is funny. And Lewis sees him say that to Betty, and she's like, well, fuck you. So she takes off. She goes into like this, that dark moon area place. Lewis steals her boyfriend's mask. It's a Darth Vader mask. And they're wearing like similar capes or some shit like that. Anyway, so he follows her. So she thinks it's her boyfriend, Stan. Stan Gable? Is it Stan Gable, or is that his name from Married with Children? Oh shit. Anyway, so she thinks it's her boyfriend, and he ends up going down on her in the room, and the whole time she thinks it's her boyfriend. And then when he's done, he comes up, and she's like, oh, it's you. And she's not even mad. I'd be like, what the fuck? Get out of me. What are you doing? And then I'd probably like start beating him and do what I can, because that's pretty fucked up. No, it's not the same as like surprise. It's not a happy birthday surprise. It's very, very personal. And yeah, there's fucking permission to access is required. But not her, she's into it. She goes, oh, where did you learn to do that? And he's like, because all jocks think about are sports, and all nerds think about are women, or sex, tits, whatever the fuck he says. Yeah, he's right. That's why got me a nerd. No, I can't say that because I didn't even see that movie till after I was with Sean. So funny to watch movies now and think, this movie would not have been allowed to be released in today's fucking PC world. Kids these days would be offended by their own hair pie. Oh, hair pie, thank you. Takashi. Logan's so sweet. He even actually asked to make sure he can watch certain things on YouTube. Because some things look like they're friendly for kids, but they're fucking weird and sketchy. I don't know what's wrong with people. Why post fucking child bait like that? Fucking creepers, eh? Fucking creepers, eh? Sometimes I like to put on a really thick, would I say, over accentuated Canadian accent. Like, oh, haven't heard about that, eh? Throw a bit of Newfie in there. That buy's been downtown, spinning yarns all around town. Spinning yarns to all the lassies. Actually, I didn't know what that term meant until I moved to mini Newfoundland, mini Newfoundland, also known as Fort McMurray, Alberta. There's tons of Newfies there. That's okay, they're my people. My grandpa's from there. Okay, so while I lived in Fort McMurray, that was the last time that I did any stand-up. And I will get back into it. So while I was in Fort Mac, the guy who was, I won't say any names, but the guy who was doing the bookings, he was from Newfoundland. And I said to him what I say to everybody who I meet's from there. I said, oh, my grandfather's from there. He grew up in Corner Brook. When I told him that, about my grandfather being from there, he goes, oh, are you Jewish? And he said it, and I laughed. I'm like, no. And he's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, it was just the way that you asked that. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we kept chatting. But the way he asked it, it was like in such like this, sorry to say, but it seemed like such a desperate attempt. Like, oh, I hope she's Jewish. No, sorry, I'm not. I've never been asked that before, especially with such like hope that the answer would be yes. Sorry, no. Oh, maybe I should actually go into details about, okay, so going back to the ghost I saw. Well, basically, I don't know if I want to get into details about that because I'm working on a book. I'm writing a book about all of my ghostly encounters that I've experienced throughout my life. I'm almost out of space on my phone, so I'm just going to wrap up real quick by saying I am writing a book about my spiritual encounters. I'm saving up for print to get it going, so more about that in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you have any odd stories about ghosts or anything crazy, please share in the comments, and I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.